Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm coming back at you with another video. This one is how to come out Muslim. Okay, so this video is mainly for reverts, but it could be for, you know, people who are born Muslim who don't necessarily look your stereotypical Muslim. Firstly, if you feel like you just can't come out to anybody, then don't do it seriously, because let me tell you, yeah, it's gonna bring up a whole another level of hassle, yeah, in your life. So like, if you're not ready, don't do it. Don't feel like, oh, you know, after watching this video you feel really motivated, inshallah, but yeah, like, don't feel pressured into coming out as Muslim in front of your friends and family, because if you ain't ready or they ain't ready, like, I think it's more important if they're ready to receive the information than you actually being ready to tell them, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't ready, they ain't ready, like, just don't do it. Seriously, save yourself the hassle. So my first tip for you is, if you're going to tell your parents or a family member, I would recommend that you do it in a intimate public setting. So for example, don't take them to Nando's on like a Saturday night when it's packed. I'm talking about maybe, you know, like going down to Costa or something. It's public but it's not that busy, so you know, you can actually have a conversation. If you are going to go to like a foodie like cafe, restaurant place, make sure you pay. You want to pay, or, you know, offer to pay. It's almost like you're buttering them up, but you're not. You're just trying to keep them sweet, because the next bit of news that you're going to tell them might throw them off, you know, it might make them upset. So, you know, anything you can do to sort of get them in a happy mood to receive your news or your message. And also, if they're having a bad day, or if they're pissed off, or, you know, if someone's just died in the family, that's really not a good time. Like, you know, wait a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really need to find your timing well. So, you know, do anything you can to get them in a happy mood, and then proceed to tell them. So as far as actually wording it, like, you know, hey mom, I'm Muslim, just go ahead and tell them. I'm sure, you know, some of you might want to make a speech if you want, but you know, do whatever you feel is comfortable, and how you really got to judge who you're telling is going to receive it. Because yeah, don't do what I did. I started reading the Quran in front of her, which was like a massive mistake, because she was like, oh, are you Muslim now? Reading the Quran? I see what you're doing. Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, reading your Quran. I'm not blind. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. That was like the worst thing I could have ever done, like, literally. So yeah, just, you've really got to know the person or the people that, you know, you're coming out to. Just judge how you're going to do it, really. Another thing that you can do is reassure them that you are still yourself, like you haven't changed. I haven't changed. My personality hasn't changed. I suppose I've become a little bit more grounded, but definitely I haven't changed. Just because I wear a scarf now doesn't stop me from being really annoying and really loud and you know, just bubbly and full of life. So reassure them that you haven't changed. It's just that your beliefs have changed, or your beliefs have sort of shifted to you know, a different mindset. So, but you are still yourself, and you know, just reassure them that, you know, you're not gonna do these stereotypical things that, you know, people think Muslims do. One of the things I said to my family was, don't worry, like in a sarcastic way. I don't think they took it very well though, but that's my, you know, I'm always sarcastic. I sort of text messaged them and said, I'm Muslim. Yes, I am wearing the hijab. No, I'm not going to be running off to Syria. And yeah, they didn't take that very well. So yeah, don't do that. Also, just be ready for like a billion trillion questions that they're going to ask you about Islam and about being a Muslim. And it's not just, you know, when they find out. This is going to happen like for another couple of years. So if you actually don't know the question, if you're new, like really new, you know, like even me, I've been Muslim for just over a year, and I still don't know why some things happen, like, you know, Ramadan and the moon and Eid and looking out for the moon and stuff. So just be ready that they are going to ask you the questions. Don't stress if you don't know the answers to these questions. Just politely say, you know, I don't really know the answer to that, but I can find out for you. Don't be like, oh, why are you asking me all these questions? Because like, seriously, at the start I was like really defensive, like, why are you asking me all these questions? I know what you're trying to do. Obviously I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like, how can you be Muslim if you don't know? Some people try and do that. My family definitely does that, I know that. Even if they are coming off a bit, you know, aggressive, or you know, rude. Try not to retaliate back. Try to just say, I don't know, but I can find out for you. Keep cool. They will push you, and it is a test from Allah that they are going to try and push you. So really just try and chill and take a breath, and you know, just even refer them to the local imam. And also be ready for some shock, be ready for some hatred, be ready for backlash. Just be ready for everything. Be ready for every single scenario. Your family could take it well. They could be like, oh well, congratulations. They could kick you out. The horrifying stories I've heard from some revert sisters, it's shocking. It's actually really shocking to think that people would act that way when they find out you're Muslim. I mean, you're Muslim. I don't understand why it's such a big problem if you want to change your religion. Like, I'm still here, I'm still me, a year down the line. I know it's taken my family about a year to sort of realise, oh, actually, you know, nothing's really happened. Why did we overreact that way? But you know, just be ready for that overreaction, and always have support. That's why I say recommend doing it in a public place, because if your family do overreact, then they're not really going to make a fool of themselves. I don't really see my family, if I tell them in the middle of Costa I'm Muslim, they're not going to jump up, shout and chuck coffee on me, and you know, people are going to come to my rescue, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I recommend doing it in a public setting, and just be ready for anything. They could throw something at you, they could chuck you out the house. I don't really want to say what my family did because it's actually really embarrassing. I'm pretty sure if I shared the story with people online, they'd probably have a go at me because they're probably embarrassed about the way they acted. So I'm not going to share that, but just be ready. Like, just be ready. And if you think that they really will act in such a shocking way, another thing that you can do is just don't tell them, and you know, just slowly start making changes. Like, for example, if you're wearing short skirts, start wearing longer ones, or you know, instead of wearing skinny jeans, wear a couple of baggy things, and you know, covering up your arms. Brothers, you can start growing your beard and dressing more conservatively, being kinder as well. I think they will notice the change in the way you act, and then they'll be like, what's going on? And then if they approach you and ask you, then you can say, oh well, you know, actually I converted to Islam about 3 years ago. And they'll be like, what? And then it's like, oh my god, that was like 3 years ago, and you know, you haven't changed. And I think they might actually take it better. So it really depends what your family's like, to be honest. But that's another way that you can try and break the news to them. This is Allah's test for you, and all of us reverts, we've all been through this test. Some of us have been lucky, some of us have had it easy, some of us have had it hard. Always trust in Allah, make sincere dua, ask him to help guide you, give you the strength, and you know, give you the patience as well. And don't forget, Allah gave you brothers and sisters. You can find them in revert circles, in mosques, online even. Fall back on your brothers and sisters, talk to them. There's others taking places in sisters' houses and community centres. So just find your nearest one, get in touch with one of the sisters and just go along. Or you can go on online forums. I'll put some links down below of ones that I know about. And yeah, just know that this is a test from Allah. You will get through it. Allah never gives you something that you can't handle. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you again soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.